Yo, WWE Maniacs! Welcome to Night Before Wrestle, the place where wrestling never sleeps. Subscribe, ring that bell, and let's get into today's action. Bianca Belmont and Marcus Lightning Ford were more than a fan-favorite duo. They were a symbol of what passion, teamwork, and authenticity could look like in professional wrestling. Bianca, known for her unmatched athleticism and effortless charisma, pushed boundaries every time she stepped into the ring. Marcus, a second-generation performer, brought a unique blend of speed, creativity, and heart that made him impossible to ignore. Together, they balanced each other perfectly. Her strength and technique matched with his agility and flash. Outside the ring, their relationship was a source of joy and inspiration for fans who admired not only their talent, but the genuine connection they shared. They were the rare team whose chemistry felt just as real backstage as it did in front of thousands of cheering fans. Rising tension behind the scenes. As Bianca and Marcus grew more successful, their momentum inevitably stirred tension within the fictional world of their wrestling universe. They became the focal point of a storyline involving a faction called the Corporate Elite, led by the cunning Vincent Sterling and his powerhouse enforcer Bradley Knox. While these were fictional characters designed to portray the darker side of corporate ambition, the arc became more elaborate and intense as weeks passed. The rivalry offered explosive confrontations, dramatic promos, and growing emotional stakes for fans invested in the couple's journey. However, despite being entirely scripted entertainment, the escalating storyline created an atmosphere where bigger stunts and more elaborate match moments were consistently encouraged, building pressure behind the curtain. Warnings that went unheard. In the weeks leading up to the major event that would change everything, several performers, including Marcus himself, expressed concerns about the creative direction of their planned match. Some of the stunts were becoming more complex than necessary, and there were repeated suggestions from talent and trainers to scale things back. Marcus, known for his professionalism, voiced a desire for clearer safety adjustments rather than pushing forward with segments that felt unnecessarily risky. Bianca also raised questions, hoping to find a compromise that preserved the excitement of the storyline without overextending the performers. Their concerns weren't dramatic demands. They were thoughtful, reasonable attempts to ensure the show remained safe and sustainable for everyone involved. The night of the big event, the event was meant to be a triumphant moment, a match full of emotional payoff and spectacular action that would mark a high point in the couple's on-screen story. The crowd was buzzing with anticipation. The match itself was structured to be visually impressive, involving props, timing cues, and athletic coordination from every performer. As the match unfolded, Bianca and Marcus gave everything they had, delivering the energy and precision that fans expected. But during one planned moment, a high-impact sequence involving elevated platforms, the execution didn't go as intended. Marcus landed awkwardly, resulting in an injury that brought the match to an abrupt halt. While not described graphically here, the moment was unexpected, frightening, and deeply emotional for both the talent in the ring and the audience watching. Bianca's emotional response. Bianca immediately recognized that something was wrong and instinctively broke character to go to Marcus's side, demonstrating her unwavering heart and loyalty. Her reaction was raw and real, reminding everyone that wrestling may be entertainment, but the people in the ring are human beings with real relationships. Medical personnel quickly tended to Marcus with professionalism and care, ensuring he received the immediate attention he needed. The arena shifted from excitement to concerned silence as fans waited anxiously for updates. Bianca accompanied Marcus as he was transported for further evaluation, refusing to leave him as she navigated the stress and uncertainty that followed. The aftermath and struggle to move forward. In the days following the incident, Marcus focused on recovery, and although he eventually stabilized, it became clear that returning to in-ring competition would not be possible for him. The transition was understandably difficult for someone whose career had been built on movement, performance, and physical expression. Bianca faced her own emotional crossroads, balancing her love for wrestling with the grief and worry she felt watching her husband work through such a major life change. The pressures of public life only added to the challenge. Fans were supportive, But navigating personal hardship in a very public space is never easy, and Bianca carried herself with strength even when the weight of the situation was overwhelming. Support, setbacks, and the fight for accountability. As weeks passed, several individuals backstage shared information that highlighted broader concerns about how certain match elements had been planned and communicated. While no malicious intent was involved, it became clear that the process leading up to the incident had been rushed and lacked the careful safety evaluations performers deserved. These revelations inspired Bianca to speak up not only for Marcus, but for every wrestler who puts their body on the line to entertain fans. Her goal was not revenge, but accountability, an effort to ensure that future performers wouldn't encounter similar oversights. She worked with advocates, legal representatives, and industry professionals specializing in workplace safety to raise awareness about improving procedures and performer protections. A hard but necessary legal battle. The legal case that followed was emotionally draining for Bianca and Marcus, but it also became a catalyst for change. Supported by experts in safety regulation and performer rights, Bianca presented clear evidence of the need for updated protocols and better communication between creative teams and performers. Her team stayed focused on the facts, avoiding hostility, and instead emphasizing solutions that could benefit the entire industry. The case highlighted the importance of transparency, rehearsal guidelines, structural checks, and performer input. Critical elements that help reduce unnecessary risk in entertainment environments. Bianca's courage throughout this process earned admiration from colleagues and fans who respected her willingness to advocate for meaningful reform. The message that lives beyond the tragedy. Bianca's fight became symbolic not only of her dedication to Marcus, but also of her commitment to the wrestling community as a whole. By speaking out, she encouraged conversations about safety, respect, and the human cost behind the spectacle of sports entertainment. She reminded fans that while wrestling thrives on drama and high-energy performances, those moments must be built on foundations that protect the people who bring them to life. Her story sparked industry-wide reflection about prioritizing performer well-being, improving communication, and ensuring that creative ambition never overshadows safety considerations. Bianca transformed her pain into purpose, proving that accountability and compassion can coexist with entertainment. A call for better standards in wrestling. This story serves as a reminder that professional wrestling, while thrilling and unpredictable, requires a strong commitment to the people who make it all possible. Fans play a role by supporting organizations that value health and safety, while performers and producers continue working together to uphold responsible standards. Bianca Belmont's journey shows that true strength isn't only measured in athletic ability or championship victories, but in the resilience to stand up for change even when the road is difficult. No performer should ever be placed in harm's way for the sake of spectacle, and no family should have to pick up the pieces of preventable oversight. Bianca's story encourages everyone, fans, performers, and companies alike, to push for a wrestling world built on respect, safety, and humanity.